Hi, this is Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So, how's all my subscribers, fans, and students doing tonight? Okay, now I gotta think what day it is again, and I know what day it is. It is late Sunday night. Yeah, so I woke up and felt like doing a video. So we are going to be doing biology class. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Okay. Okay, so the first, fix my little jacket here. Okay. Okay, the name of this title is Good Taste. So it's comma, good, colon, taste, good taste. So they're going, good taste, yummy. That sounds delicious. That's like what this title's supposed to be. Okay? Okay. And here we go. The senses of senses of smell and taste work closely. Oh, my ponytail's getting chopped off. I have to go back just a little bit. Okay. Now is my ponytail in? Yeah, my ponytail's in. Okay. The senses of smell and taste work closely together. If you can't smell something, you can't taste it either. That's because taste buds and olfactory, O-L, factory, one word. We've had this for the past few classes, so you should be familiar with the word olfactory. So if you can't taste something, if you can't smell something, you can't taste it, they're saying. Taste buds, cause taste buds, where'd I go? Because taste buds and olfactory cells, parentheses, described in the preceding section, parentheses, are chemoreceptors, CHEMO, receptors, one word. I think it's chemoreceptors because they can detect the chemical smells of food. I think that's what that one has to do with. That's in all the last few classes also. But you can always just Google it too. But I'm telling you the definition here too. Okay, so here it's going to tell you right now. Chemoreceptors designed to detect chemicals. See? Designed to detect chemicals. Your tongue is covered with taste buds, clusters of cells that specialize in recognizing tastes. Okay? You guys with me? All right? You listening? This is this is something easy that we can understand. That's why I like this class. Except for the real difficult words. You can understand the class, what I'm saying to you. Okay, so your tongue is covered with taste buds, clusters of cells that specialize in recognizing tastes. The taste receptor cells, when your taste buds allow you to detect 5 different types of taste. taste buds, the stupid fly keeps flying around me. It's making me crazy, okay? All right. So, see, I got fur on this collar. I wish I could show it. Okay. All right. So, described in the preceding section are chemoreceptors, one word, designed to detect chemicals, period. Your tongue is covered with taste buds, clusters of cells that specialize in recognizing tastes. The taste receptor cells, when your taste buds allow you to detect 5 different types of taste. 5 different types of taste. Sweet, comma. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, and we can understand it. So, taste buds allow you to detect 5 different types of taste, colon. Sweet, comma, sour, comma, bitter, comma, salty, comma, and savory, umami. And savory, umami. U-M-A, like ma, and me, M-I. Umami, savory, and savory umami is another taste that you can taste, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. A lot of people think that taste buds are the little bumps on the tongue, comma, but they're wrong. Those little bumps are actually papillae. Okay, so pa like papa, pill like you take pills, and AE. So these little bumps on your tongue are actually papillae, semicolon. The taste buds exist in the grooves between each papilla. Okay. Foods contain chemicals. And when you put something into your mouth, comma, the taste receptor cells in your tongue can detect what chemicals you're ingesting, period. Each taste bud has a pore, P-O-R-E, at one end that allows the chemicals in the food to enter the taste buds and reach the taste receptor cells period. The taste receptor cells are connected at the other end, okay, okay? Alrighty, moving right along here, folks. To sensory nerve fiber, let me say it again. To sensory nerve fibers that carry the taste signals to the brain. The sense of taste allows you to enjoy food, comma, which you must ingest to live, comma, but it also serves a higher function, period. When your taste buds, when your taste buds detect chemicals, they send the signal to the brain that sets in motion the production and the release of the proper digestive enzymes, MES, proper digestive enzymes necessary for breaking down the food you're ingesting. Okay, period. This function allows your digestive system to work optimally to retrieve as many nutrients as possible from food. Okay? Alrighty. Okay, you guys with me? Are you listening? And I know if you're listening, which you are, I hope, it's easy to understand, isn't it? Okay, moving on. Are you with me? Here's a new title. A new title. Now hear this, colon, stupid bugs, they get in the door. Now hear this, colon, sound. Now we're going to go about sound. Okay, sound. Your ears are the sense organs for your sense of hearing, comma, which kicks into high gear when sound waves are shuttled through your ear canal, okay, and into your middle ear, hyphen, the place where your eardrum is located. So your eardrum is located in the middle, and they call it the middle ear. Okay. When a sound wave hits your eardrum, comma, the eardrum moves tiny bones, specifically the malleus. No, is that an F? That's an F. Okay. The eardrum moves tiny bones, specifically the malleus, M-A-L-L, or malleus. I can't tell if it's an F or an E, this magic marker. The malleus, or the malleus. I can't read that word either. These two words. I can't read that. Oh, you wrote down here. I wrote down here incus. Oh, okay. I scratched that out. I wrote incus, I-N-C-U-S. Okay. So, let's say specifically the malleus incus. The malleus incus or the malleus incus is one word. So it's either the malleus incus or the malleus incus. We'll have to Google that. Just Google it. Okay, and stapes and stapes, S-T-A-P-E-S. We'll have to Google those words. You got to do this on yourself too. I can't. It's too hard for me. It takes me hours to get my class together. My classes together. So you have to Google some. I can't. I don't have my laptop here to Google it, and I think it'll be too hard to try to start doing that. You just got to Google it yourself. But you're getting I'm telling you how to, spell it as best I can. It's just I can't tell if it's an F or an E. So it's malleus incus, I-N-C-U-S, or malleus incus, one word. And stapes, S-T-A-P-E-S. The movement of these bones is picked up by the here we're with this again. Mechanoreceptors. We don't know if the CH is cha, like mechanoreceptors, or mechanoreceptors. I would say if it's CH, it's mechanoreceptors. In your inner ear, which exist on cilia, C-I-C-I-A, which we hear constantly for the past 10 classes, which exist on Sicia or Cicia, whichever way they pronounce it, C-I-C-I-A, dash containing, so Cicia, or is that cilia? I think that's an L, cilia, containing hair cells between the end of the semicircular. Okay? And it's cilia, yeah. not two C's. It's cilia, Cilia. Okay. Uh, now this title is called, now hear this, sound, canals and the vestibule, B-U-L-E, vestibule, vest, like a vest you want wear, V as in Victor, E-S-T-I-B-U-L-E, boule, vestibule, canals and the vestibule, when the cilia, yeah, it's an L, because we got the word again and I can read, that's an L. Okay, so when the cilia, C-I-L-I-A, move, when the cilia move, comma, they create an impulse that's sent through the cochlea, C-O-C-H-L-E-A. So that's sent through the cochlea to the eighth cranial nerve, which carries the impulse to the brain, so it can interpret the info as a specific sound. Your ears do something else for you that's not in any way related to your sense of hearing, they help you maintain your equilibrium, period. In other words, they keep you from falling over because they contain fluid within the semicircular canals of the inner ear. Okay. When this fluid moves, that movement is ultimately detected by the cilia, C-I-L-I-A, period. The cilia transmit impulses to your brain about angular and rotational movement, as well as movement through vertical and horizontal planes, P-L-A-N-E-S, as well as movement through vertical and horizontal planes, all of which helps your body keep its balance. And that has to do with the cerebellum in your brain, which is at the very bottom of your brain in the back of your neck, okay? So when the fluid in your ear doesn't stop moving, you can develop motion sickness. Okay. So seeing is believing, sight. Okay, now we're doing sight. Seeing is believing, sight. Vision is perhaps the most complex of all the senses because it depends upon the correct structure and function of all the parts of your eye. Okay, and then this first one says the colored part of the eye is the iris, which is actually a pigmented muscle that controls the size of your pupil. Okay, you guys with me? It's not too hard to follow, is it? No, okay. So, the iris, which is a pigmented muscle that controls the size of your pupil. The pupil is, quote, the black hole, unquote, at the very center of your iris. It dilates to allow more light into the eye and contracts to allow less light into the eye, period. The next one says the cornea covers and protects the iris and pupil. The cornea, it's the cornea, C-O-R-N, it's an N, I guess I couldn't read that. C-O-R-N like Nick, E like Edward, A like Apple. So, once again, the cornea covers and protects the iris and pupil. Okay, come stay with me, guys. Okay, we've only got about 5. I made this class a little longer because I've been making them, some of them, too short. 19 minutes is just a little too short. So I made this one a little longer. So can you just stay with me, okay? And have a pen and paper, take notes, and just watch it a few times. But if you listen the whole class, it'll really help. Yeah, instead of spacing out, Okay. So here's the name of this. The lens. Let me fix that there. Okay. The lens of the eye is located just behind the pupil. It's connected to the iris by a small muscle called the ciliary muscle. So it's the cilia is in there, but they're calling it ciliary muscle. By a small muscle called the ciliary muscle, which changes at shape of the lens, which changes at the shape of the lens to help you see things that are both far and near. Okay, period. Specifically, the lens flattens so you could see further, away, and it becomes rounded so you could see things that are near to you. The process of changing the shape of the lens is called accommodation. People lose the ability of accommodation as they grow older, prompting the need for glasses. But some people, like my oldest brother, he needed glasses all the way back in grammar school. And he happens to be real smart and have 150 IQ. So it's weird because we always thought of people who kids that had to wear glasses were smart. That just went hand in hand. It wasn't always true, but it was the way we all thought. And in this case, see, I'm giving you a little real life, spontaneous little life story relating to what I'm teaching you. But so coincidentally, not only did he need glasses all the way back in grammar school, he's real smart. So he pulls through our philosophy. We used to think like that in the 60s, 70s, all the time. You might think still today, people were wearing glasses. I guess more if it's a young kid, Okay, so next one. The vitreous body, vitreous, vitreous body is located behind the lens and is filled with gelatinous or gelatinous, I would say gelatinous material called vitreous humor. So you'd have to watch the class over again to get it all clear. I'll read this one more time. The vitreous body is located behind the lens and is filled with gelatinous material called vitreous humor. See, once I get the spelling out to you, if I go back and I read it non-stop without stopping and spelling, then you can understand what I just said. But I had to stop and spell for you. That's why I rewrote it for you, okay? The substance gives shape to the eyeball and also transmits light to the very back of the eyeball, where the retina lies. R-E-T-I-N-A, Tina, like the name Tina, R-E-T-I-N-A, to the very back of the eyeball, where the retina lies, period. A new one is the retina contains two types of photoreceptors, that detect light, rods to detect motion and can function in low light. Cones detect fine detail and color and workspace in bright light. The 3 types of cones each detect a different color, hyphen, red, comma, blue, comma, or green color. Okay? We're almost done. Okay? It's only 4 more pages. Okay? Okay. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Maybe I should take it all the way off. Should I take it all the way off, you guys? Okay. I think I have to. It's getting really hot. But I can't forget my jacket. Okay. Oh, it got too hot. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so this one starts out. You could pose up a little bit here. There, that looks better. Okay. So, blindness occurs when one type of cone is lacking. For example, if you're missing your red cones, you can't see red. Okay? Light strikes the rods. My hair's stuck on the back of my back. I gotta pull this back up again. Just a little bit right there. Okay. Okay. Light strikes the rods and cones, generating nerve impulses that travel to the 2 types of neurons, first to the bipolar cells, and then to the ganglionic cells. And this is real easy for you to learn the spelling of ganglionic cells, because it's gang, like there's gangs in the streets, and then lion, like a roaring wild lion, and IC. That's all there is to spell that whole big word. Just remember, gangs like in the streets, wild lions that roar, and IC at the end. So, the ganglionic cells. Well, let's start with this sentence over. So, because once I spell it, then you forget what I said before it. We forget. So, let's do. Okay, so it's light strikes the rods and cones. And generating nerve impulses that travel to the 2 types of neurons, first to the bipolar cells and then to the ganglionic cells. The axons of the ganglionic, I gotta talk softer. The axons of the ganglionic cells form the optic nerve, which is for you to see. I'm sure you should know that part, which carries the impulses directly to the brain. Approximately 150 million rods are in a retina. How can 150 million rods are in a retina? That's behind your eye. Okay, I better talk soft. Retina, but only 1 million ganglionic cells and nerve fibers are there, which means many more rods can be stimulated than what's actually there. Okay, we just have I think 3 pages. Well, this is just a half a page. Okay, our cells and nerve fibers. Our cells and nerve fibers. To carry the impulses, your eye must therefore combine. Your eye must therefore combine messages before the impulses can be sent to the brain. Okay? We're on page 12. So you only got 3 pages. Are you with me? Okay. Can you make 3 more pages? All right? Let's concentrate. Shh. I have to talk soft. All right, let's concentrate and get these last 3 pages, okay? All right. The title is a touchy feely subject. A touchy feely subject. Feely, F-E-E-L-Y. I think it's feel. That means feeling. You're feeling something, okay? A touchy, you're touching something, and you're feeling something. And subject. So a touchy-feely subject, touch. Your eyes, ears, nose, and tongue all contain special receptors. Your skin, on the other hand, contains only general receptors, but it processes a combination of general receptors that allow you to distinguish between different types of touches, from fine touches and pressure to vibration and painful sensations. Pain receptors make it possible for you to feel pain, like what you experience when you slam your finger in a car door. I've done that before. Okay, this is the last 2 pages. The second page is only a half a page. So you got 1.5 pages. Can you stay with me? Are you guys with me, listening? Okay, let's go. Okay. So, mechanoreceptors allow you to feel pressure or fine touches, like a hug, a shake, or a gentle stroke. The next one's thermoreceptors, help you feel temperature, like heat on a hot summer day. These 3 types of generic, looks like receptors. Generic receptors are interspersed throughout your skin's surface, but the eyes not distributed evenly. You're not saying eyes. Okay, but they're not distributed evenly. Okay. For one thing, you have more of some types of receptors than others. Parentheses, as in you have many more receptors for pain than you do for temperature. For another thing, some parts of your skin have more receptors than other parts. Okay? Last page. It's only a half a page. Are you with me? Okay. Case in point, you have many more receptors in the skin covering the tips of your fingers than you do in the skin on your back. I was just scratching it from my hair tickling it back there. Speak of the devil, in the skin on your back. When your general receptors are activated, they generate an impulse that's carried to your spinal cord and then up to your brain. And that, you guys, is the end of this class. So did you like it? Okay, it's a Sunday night. Well, I don't know what country you're in or what state you're in. But for me, it's getting late. So I think tonight, since it was a really long class, I'm going to let you go. And we will see you next class, because that class was 14 pages long. I made it a little extra long because they've been a little too short. So I love all my subscribers. I love all my fans and students. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you subscribe, I will smile. See? And you will get to see my bright white teeth. They're permanent implants. They don't come out. Okay, so subscribe for me and join the fun. Okay? I love all you guys. I love all my fans. Okay? All right. I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you next class. Okay? Good night.